Hello besties, welcome back to Bookmas. Welcome to today's video. I am so excited about today's video. I think it's gonna be a fun one. So we're throwing it back like maybe 2 to 5 years ago. I think this was pretty popular, of like a challenge tag type of thing where you just post polls on your Instagram story and you have your followers choose one or the other and they kind of control your day. That's essentially what I'm doing, but we're gonna make it a bookish day. So you guys over on Instagram today, unbeknownst to you guys have no idea what you're choosing on these polls for, but you're choosing them to control my bookish day. I actually posted the first two this morning while I was getting ready so that we have a few things to start off with, but basically what you're going to be choosing on my polls is the outfit I wear to the bookstores, what bookstores we go to, and what book I'm going to read, and what bookmark I'll use for that if you pick a physical book, because I did physical or Kindle, and a bunch of other things. So we're going to have a fun day today, but you guys are going to control it. You guys are going to tell me what I'm going to be doing today. So the first polls that I posted this morning, I posted 2 to get our day started. Oh, and right now it's exactly 50-50 for our first one. Our first poll is basically for my outfit. I didn't post a picture of the outfit because I didn't want you guys to know what you were choosing. So I just put a black or a white heart, and I essentially chose the cardigan I wanted to wear to the bookstore today, which is this green little cardigan from Old Navy, but the white and the black heart correspond to the shirt I'm gonna wear underneath it. So I'm either gonna wear a white shirt with it or a black shirt, but right now it's exactly 50-50. So let's go and see underneath, because sometimes it says 50-50 but there's like one person or one voter more than the other one, but the poll says 50-50. I'm not sure why it does that, but let's see if we're exactly 50-50 or not. So these have only been up for 55 minutes. We're not going to have them up for too long because again, we're going through the day as this is going. So max probably between 20 minutes to an hour these polls will be up, but right now it's been up for 55 minutes. Black one won by 2 people. Whoever you are, shout out to you, because I wanted to wear the black one underneath. Honestly, I just like to wear black over wearing white, so I'm kind of happy about this. I'm gonna throw on our outfit, and then the second poll is gonna choose the book that we're gonna read today, or the book I'm gonna start next. So I asked you guys whether you read on physical or Kindle, and physical won by 65%, Kindle had 35%. So I'm gonna choose some books that are on my physical TBR right over here. And I'm gonna post a poll like I used to do with the TBR where you guys like blindly choose. I'm gonna put some colors over it and you guys are gonna pick which book I'm gonna be starting today. Along with posting which book I'm gonna read blindly, you guys are gonna be choosing. I'm also gonna post 2 bookstores on my story and you guys are gonna choose which one I'm gonna go to. I'll probably just put either pictures of them, or I'll just put like choose left or right and I'll assign which bookstore is gonna be left or right. And then I'm also gonna post a third one, and that one's gonna be whether you make your drinks, like your coffee or your teas or whatever you drink, at home, or you like to go out and buy them. So we're either gonna make a tea at home or we're gonna go out and buy one. I kind of am feeling going to buy one because today's a Saturday. I think it could be fun to go out and grab a little drink before we book shop, but it's not up to me. This whole bookish day, it's not up to me. I'm gonna go post those stories and I'll be back with our winner in a little bit and we'll see what we'll get up to next. But I'm gonna go change, post the polls, and I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay guys, I just ate breakfast. I posted my polls. I posted one other one that I don't think I screen recorded a few minutes ago, but as I ate breakfast, I let everyone vote in, put their votes in. Yeah, put their votes into the poll. So let's see what we have as our winners. It hasn't been up for too long. These ones have been up for like 23 minutes, 22 minutes it says. The first one were the 2 books. So the 2 books that I chose. The first one was going to be the second book in the Beartown series, but for some reason I have a really strong urge to reread the first one. So we have Beartown here. I actually read this year, so it would be very interesting to reread it within the same year, but I don't want to go into the second one without having the exact details of this one on my mind. I know everything that happens in this book, I remember it very vividly, but I feel like with this series, I'd like to read them closer back to back. Like I read this a few months ago, so I think I'm going to reread this one if it wins. I would really love to reread this one because I want to continue with completing the trilogy, and I have the second one. So I just want to go back in and kind of annotate it a bit. And also, when I read this for the first time, I said whenever I do reread it, because I definitely wanted to once I finished it, it might be a 5-star. So we have this one. And then I didn't know what genre I was feeling other than like rereading reading Beartown, but I have this romance book that I got. This one recently came out in November, but it's called Pictures of You by Emma Gray. Our female main character, it says, should be grieving her dead husband, but since the car crash that claimed his life and landed her in the hospital, she can't remember him at all. The only person who can help her piece her past together is her high school best friend, Drew Kennedy. I feel like this one's gonna be a bit emotional, a bit of a roller coaster, so we have this one, and I don't know which one's gonna win for the polls. I put a little camera on top of this book and then a bear on top of this one. So that's kind of straightforward to the actual book. So let's see what book has won. Okay, as of 23 minutes it's been posted, Beartown has won by 73%. I don't know if people are expecting this to be Beartown since I already read it. So it's like, what other book has bear in it? I don't really know if there's any other on my TBR that has bear. I think if I posted the second one to read, I would have put hockey sticks. I didn't want to put hockey sticks with this one, because I feel like I would have given it away. But since I already read Beartown, I didn't think anyone would guess that it's Beartown. I don't know, but I'm really happy that this one, I'm so excited to get back into this. I really want to reread some of my favorite books this December, and this is one of them that I've been really thinking about, especially over the winter, because it's an ice hockey story. I feel like it's very winter-esque, so really happy about this one. Then this is the bookstore, and I'm really excited about this one. So I didn't know how to post it. I didn't want to post a picture of the bookstores because they're both a Barnes & Noble. So the pretty Barnes & Noble was the first little emoji. I put a little open book, and then the other Barnes & Noble just recently got redone. It's the Barnes & Noble that I went to during college. It's outside of this like mall, but the mall's getting like completely redone. So I don't know what they were doing with the Barnes, but they completely like redid it, and I heard it's beautiful, and they made it kind of like the pretty Barnes, and it's huge. I went to this one during, I forget which video it was, but I went and it was like a whole sale was happening, like I don't know, because they were like redoing it, so they were trying to sell some books. And it was the vlog when I got the third book in the Ember and the Ashes series, so that Barnes has been redone. I heard it's really pretty in there, and I've been so excited. I really wanted to go for this video, and that was the second one on the poll, and that's like the stack of books, which won by 56%. I'm so excited about this one. Thank you guys for blindly choosing the right choice. So far, win for win. I did want to reread this, and I did want to go to the new Barnes. Okay, next we have whether I should go buy a coffee or a tea. I'm gonna have a tea or make one at home. I'm like nervous about this one because I really want to go get one at the coffee shop, but okay, let's see. Yes! Buy a drink from a cafe, won by 60%. Make a drink at home is 40%. So we're gonna go to a coffee shop. I think I wanna go to my local one that I go to pretty often. They just make a really good green tea. And I know it's just putting a little tea bag and some water and some honey in there, but there's something about someone else making a drink that you can make at home makes it taste better. So we're gonna get that. Maybe I'll get a different drink. Maybe I'll get a festive one, but right now I just really want a tea. But again, I could make it at home. So on the drive over, I'll think about what I'm gonna get, but I definitely wanna get a hot drink. It's freezing outside today. Then the last one I posted that I forgot to screen record were these two bookmarks. Since the physical book one, I wanted to choose which bookmark I should use. So I have these two. They're both Harry Styles ones, so I just posted these two. And right now it is actually exactly 50-50 on the polls. So we're gonna have to do like we did for the first poll and see exactly what the voting is. So let's see. Okay, the left one has 2,496 votes and the right one has 2,502 votes. So that makes the black and white one the winner, which is Harry on the disco ball. We have the perfect morning set for us. I have my outfit picked by you guys, which I buttoned up before. We're gonna unbutton it so I can show the shirt that you guys chose. It's a little off the shoulder shirt. This is from Urban Outfitters, and this is our bookstore outfit. We have our book chosen, which is Beartown by Frederick Bachman. We have our bookmark to go with it. I'm gonna put this right in the front, just like that. I'm gonna have to find a pen to bring along with us. We're gonna bring this to the bookstore with us. We have our bookstore chosen, which is the one I really wanted to go to. We're gonna go out, we're gonna go buy a drink. I think there was one more that I posted and I forgot to mention. Outfit, oh, and then physical or Kindle. You guys chose physical, so this is a great, these are all of the ones that I wanted to win did win, so we're on the same wavelength right now. Let's keep this going. So what I'm thinking for the next poll we're gonna do is when we get to Barnes & Noble, I'm gonna choose some books that I wanna buy, and you guys are gonna actually pick the books that I get to buy today. And then I'm gonna post another poll. We're gonna go to a local bookstore, maybe like a small business bookstore that I really like over there. There's two that are like kind of close to the Barnes we're going, so I'm gonna post whether we're gonna go to one or the other. I'll be happy with either one because I love those bookstores. So we're gonna now have a fun bookish day. We have everything chosen for us. We're gonna go head over to the bookstores. We're gonna have a wonderful day together. I'm so excited. This is so fun. I love when you guys choose things for me, whether it's what I'm reading, what I'm doing. This is so fun. Let's head over. Let's go grab a drink. Let's grab a little tea. Maybe I'll get something else. I'm not sure. Right now I'm thinking a tea. And let's head over to our first location. We're gonna read while we're there a bit. Maybe while I'm there and I start the book, I'm gonna post, or I think maybe when I get there and I'm gonna walk around and see what books I'm thinking, I'm gonna post how many pages today I should read of this book. Maybe not too much because I have a busy day later on, but maybe between like 50 or 100 pages I'm gonna post and you guys are gonna choose how many pages I have to read today. I think that would be kind of fun. SD card in my little camera, so I can't vlog while I'm in here on a camera, but I got a cinnamon bun hot chocolate. Delicious. And these are the books I'm thinking of putting on the poll. I don't know which two I'm gonna pick. I really want to buy this one. This wasn't supposed to be out yet, but I saw this and I really want to buy it, so I don't know if I want to put this one on the poll because in case it loses, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna buy that one and then put these two on a poll, both continuing a series in the middle of. This one's newer. Oh, they're both new. They're both new releases. So recently read the first two of this one. This one I read the first two last year, I believe, but this is a new release as well. So I think I'm gonna do these two for the poll, and I'm just gonna buy this one because I really want to read it anyway. This Barnes is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go walk around a bit and post the poll, and then I'll see you guys in the car. Okay guys, I left Barnes. I just came to the town where the next bookstore is. I checked the polls before I left. So like I said in the clip I was talking in, I forgot my SD card for my small camera. I was going to talk while I was in Barnes, but I'm so upset I didn't bring it. I completely forgot. Like you guys saw, the two books that I put on the poll was the newest releases. I thought these ones were good ones because they're both continuing a series. They're both newer releases. I was going to put Glove of the Everflame, but I really wanted that book and I want to stick to the polls and what you guys choose. So if that one didn't win, I wasn't going to get it and I really wanted it. It's not supposed to come out for a couple more days at Barnes, so I think this one put it out a little bit early, but I did end up buying that one. The dust jacket fell off while I was getting my camera ready, so I looked at the hardcover of it and it has like this really pretty like ridging to it and it says like Glow of the Everflame on it, but I had to buy this book while I saw it. The only thing is all of the hardcovers that they had, all the ones in store, they have a little bit of like creasing on the corners of the dust jacket, which is totally fine. It never really bothers me when things are a bit like damaged, like too bad, so it's not that noticeable, but all of them had it. I was trying to look for one that was like in perfect condition, but unfortunately they all have kind of like creasing on the edges of the dust jacket and then also on the hardcover, which it's okay, but really excited about this purchase. I'm so excited to continue this series, and this winter is going to be a winter of continuing and finishing series or rereading some of my favorite books. But to get onto the polls that I posted while we were in Barnes, also actually before we do that, the Barnes is so stunning. Oh, look how pretty on the inside of the hardcover. It has this beautiful picture. Okay, anyway, I was nervous because the Barnes that won, the Barnes that I went to on Maps, since I knew that they were redoing it, it said temporarily closed on Maps, so I was nervous if I went there, it just wasn't going to be there, it was going to be gone. So I ended up driving over, and like I said, it's in a mall, so I went to the location and it was like not there, but I drove around the mall and it's on like a different side of it, so I ended up finding it. Thankfully, it's just a new location at the same place, but it is so stunning. It's just like the pretty Barnes that I go to, but honestly, I kind of like this one better. I like the way they set it up, I like the way they set their books up. It's definitely the same as the pretty Barnes I go to, but I feel like the way they set up some of like the pretty books and the special editions are just really stunning, and I loved it there. The cafe, I sat there for a little bit and it's just really pretty, really open, really festive the way they decorated. They have a tree and everything. It was really pretty. Like, I loved that one. I can't wait to go back. But let's get into the polls that I posted. So before I went in, I posted which bookstore I want to go to next, and then I posted while I was in Barnes which book I should buy, and then I also posted a page count while I was in there between 50 and 100 pages, but I'm not going to look at that one until I'm home. So right now we're going to look at the other two. I obviously looked at the next bookstore we should go to because I drove over here. I posted a picture of me just in the car, and then I took pictures from my camera roll of the two stores that I wanted to go to because I've been to them before. I have pictures of them on my camera roll. I posted them. The one on the top is actually in Spring Lake, New Jersey, and the one on the bottom is in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And the one on the top won. It had 85% and the bottom had only 15%. I love both of these local bookstores, but the Spring Lake one is probably one of my favorites. It has like the sliding ladder. It's just really pretty, and the town of Spring Lake, if you live in Jersey, if you've ever been to Spring Lake, Lake is stunning. Like, I'm obsessed with Spring Lake. I think it's just such a beautiful town, like the downtown area where you have like little town. It's just so cute. It's also like right by the beach. So that one's one, and that's where I'm at right now. But the other poll I posted was which book should I buy between The Songbird and The Heart of Stone or Skyshade, and The Songbird and Heart of Stone is the one that won, which it won by 56% and Skyshade had 44%. So it was kind of close, but I'm honestly happy about this one because I'm going away for my friend Danny's birthday soon, and we all decided we're gonna buddy read this one while we're away because we read the first two again last year and like this novella between it. So I'm really excited about this one. The only thing is I have the indie covers of the first two books. They're paperbacks and they're pretty big, and then obviously this is now being traditionally published. So this is a hardcover. My other ones are paperbacks, and this one's kind of smaller in comparison. So next to them on the shelf, it's gonna look a little bit funny because this one's definitely shorter and smaller than them, but that's totally okay. I'm so excited to read this because I really enjoyed the first two, like in this world. I'm pretty sure it's in the same world, but it's about a side character from the first one and like her story and everything, which I need to like look up a little bit of a spoiler summary of the first two. I know the first book exactly what happened, but the second one's kind of like iffy and a little blurry in my mind. So that's what I got, and I'm really excited about both of these purchases. I'm so happy. But like I said, I'm outside the bookstore now. We're gonna go in there. I don't really know any books that are also on my radar. I guess we'll just see while we're in there. I don't know how many clips I'm gonna be able to take because it's a bit smaller of a bookstore, and I always get nervous going like this in a bookstore and just like recording. Just like usually when I'm by myself I get a bit nervous, so we'll see how it goes in there. I'll see if there's any books I'm looking for or books that I'm interested in, and I'll post a poll in there. And then I don't really know much else I would like to do that's bookish. I feel like this is really it. So like after this trip we'll probably go back, see the page count that's been chosen, and we will complete the last poll and the last page count that you guys chose between 50 and 100. I have a weird feeling you guys are gonna choose 100. I'm gonna head into the bookstore. Also, oh my god, my hot chocolate. Like I said, I got the hot chocolate because I can make tea at home, and I was like, let's just be festive, and I saw they had different like flavors of hot chocolates. This was a cinnamon bun hot chocolate. It's a bit colder now, it's not as hot, but when it was hot and I took my first sip, it literally tasted like, you know what the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls that you make like in the oven, and then as soon as it gets out and it's hot, then you put the frosting on top and you take that first bite. Like that's exactly what this hot chocolate tasted like. It was like waking up on Christmas morning and eating a cinnamon roll, a hot cinnamon roll by the tree. Like that's what this tasted like. I don't really know exactly what they put in it. Like I don't really remember what the ingredients were, and it's a bit cooled down now, but it's still so good. I was walking around Barnes with my cinnamon bun hot chocolate, and I was having the time of my life, to be honest. All right, let's head into the bookstore. We'll just have a fun time in there. I'm excited to walk around another bookstore too, and this one's one of my favorites. So let's head in there and I'll see y'all after. Hello guys, it has been a few days since I went to that bookstore, since I even started this video. I read, I think like 10 pages of this book when I first started. I didn't even look at the page count that you guys voted on, and then I just got so busy with editing and filming for Bookmas, I was trying to catch up. So I'm here now to give an update on what page count won, what I've read so far throughout this book, and we're gonna get to that goal. I also just got my hair done today. It feels so refreshing. If you've seen my hair color throughout this whole entire Bookmas, it's just been well overdue, needed its color and a cut, and I just feel like a new person. I just feel so much better. So got my hair done today. I read while I was at the hair salon. I did check this morning how many pages won from the last poll because I wanted to read while I was at the hair salon and wanted to know where to stop. So 83% of you decided I should read 100 pages, and then only 17 picked 50. Obviously I didn't say what the poll was for, but that is how many pages I'll be reading of this book for this video. So like I said, a few days ago I got like 10 pages in, and then today at the hair salon I got to page 56, so I'm a little over halfway point of my goal, and I just really love his writing. It's so crazy because I looked up on Goodreads when I went to say that I was like rereading this. I read this book for the first time back in April, and I've never reread a book I think twice in a year. And it's crazy because when I read this book in the video, whatever it was months ago, I rated it a 4.25/4.5. I forget what it was, but pretty highly rated. And I said in the video, when and if I reread this, I really wanted to reread it once I finished it. I think it would be a 5-star rate, and that's really why I wanted to reread it, especially going into the rest of the series. I wanted this to be fresh on my mind, but I was just really loved the way he wrote this story and what this was about and the things that he talks about in this one. So I'm really excited to get to the 100-page mark. Hopefully we do that today, because tomorrow I'm leaving for a little birthday trip for my friend and I would like to get to our goal before that happens. But I'm definitely going to bring this along with me because it's a birthday trip in Vermont, so it's going to be like cold and it's going to be, I don't know if it's snowing, it might snow there, but they want to go skiing and like all this stuff. We're going to be in a cabin, so I think this is like the perfect book and setting for the little trip. I have about 44 pages to read to meet our goal today. That's definitely my plan. I do have some other stuff to do, but that's like the perfect amount of pages to read. Again, I read a bunch this morning and while I was getting my hair done, and we're like very, very early on in the story. We're still just learning about each character, and the way that he writes the character point of views are so interesting because it's like little slices of what's happening throughout their day. So we're following one of like the coach of the hockey team, and then it'll go to one of the students, then one of the hockey players, then one of the parents, and it's like what everyone's doing in the same like time period. It's really, really interesting. So learning about the characters right now and how important and pivotal winning this championship game is to this town. So I'm gonna read the rest to get to our 100-page goal, and I'll come back once I do. Really love his writing so much. Just the way he like articulates his words. Like instead of saying over here, this isn't a spoiler, but instead of saying, oh, he left town on bad terms with his father, like they never got along, and while he was gone his father passed away and he never got to say anything to him, say his like any last words to him. But instead of saying that, he says, it doesn't matter now. A young man left Beartown in silence, and when he came home again it was too late for words. You can't look a gravestone in the eye and ask its forgiveness. That's all I had to say. But I just like the way that he puts the words together, and instead of saying something so straightforward, he kind of just like alludes to things and then you just pick up on it as you're reading. It's like this is what he means by what he's saying. He's not really like straightforward to the point telling you exactly what's happening. He's kind of just like showing you through his words, and I really just love the way that he writes. But I'm on chapter 9. All adults have days when we feel completely drained, when we no longer know quite what we spend so much time fighting for, when reality and everyday worries overwhelm us and we wonder how much longer we're going to be able to carry on. The wonderful thing is that we can all live through far more days like that without breaking than we think. The terrible thing is that we never know exactly how many. It's just the way he starts off the chapter like that, like that's going to be the theme now of the chapter, and the next paragraph that we're going into, the next little space of text, is about one of the parents and about one of the adults, and now we're gonna all just like tie it back to that. And I know at the end of the chapter we're gonna circle back to this first paragraph, and I know he's gonna put little points that he made in that first paragraph and it's gonna all tie together. I love the way that he story tells. Okay guys, I got 100 pages into Beartown last night and then I couldn't put it down this morning, so I'm actually 154 pages in. So I went over my goal, but it did take me a few days to get here, obviously, because I was a bit busy. But I want to thank you guys so much for participating in this video. I had so much fun. I honestly would love to do this again, whether it's you controlling my bookish day or just my normal day-to-day. I think it's just fun. Also, you guys having no idea what you're voting for on the polls. I'm sure if I did this again, you'd catch on. You'd be like, yeah, we're choosing your day for you, but it's really, really fun. So if you have any other ideas of how you can control my day or control how much I read or whatever it is, please let me know. Also, I did cut the curtain bangs and it's the first time I'm like seeing it on camera. Every time I go to the hair salon, this has nothing to do with this video, but every time I go to the hair salon, I ask my hairdresser for curtain bangs, and when I do get them, I come back the next time and I say, please never let me cut these bangs again. But this time I was like, please, like I need to do something with my hair, like please let me do it. She was like, okay, if you come back in next time and say you don't like your bangs, we're signing a contract, you're not allowed to get them anymore. So I'm trying to find new hairstyles that'll make me like having these bangs and not want to just find a way to make my hair grow really, really fast, because they're cute, but then having to style them every day is not fun. Anyway, random tangent, but trying to find different hairstyles. Anyway, got 150 pages into this book, and you know what? Frederick Bachman, I think, is like the king of showing, not telling through his writing. I said this yesterday, but the way he can describe what's happening and how characters feel about things, and the way he rounds out his chapters and paragraphs from the beginning to the end, and how everything just comes together and makes sense, but he's not straight out telling you how these characters are affected by things and how their personalities are and how their day-to-day lives go. He's showing you in so many different ways, whether it's like a metaphor or just like reading between the lines, and I just love that so much. Like, I love his writing, and I'm really excited to continue the series. I have no idea like what happens after this book, because I feel like you can read this book and it can be like completed as a standalone, so I'm interested to see like continuing on how the series goes with the other two books. So again, thank you guys for participating in today's video. I hope you enjoyed controlling my day, whether you knew about it or you didn't, or you just watched this video. I had so much fun. I hope you guys did too. I hope you're enjoying Bookmas. I'm having the best time ever. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for our next day in Bookmas. Bye!